Hello and welcome to Capital Online TV. My name is Anita Nderu and these are the stories making headlines. We start our bulletin today with the sad news of Homa Bay Senator Kajwang's death. Kajwang died at the Martin Nairobi Hospital where he was rushed after complaining of chest pains. According to Ruaraka MP Tom Kajwang, the deceased was taken to the hospital at about 9:30 p.m. and was pronounced dead 2 hours later. Reports indicate that he died of what was described as a massive cardiac arrest, but there was no immediate statement from the hospital. Senate Majority Leader Kithure Kindiki, who was at the hospital to condole with the family, said the country has lost a great leader. CORD leader Raila Odinga was among leaders who joined the family at the Mater Hospital before the body was moved to Lee Funeral Home. President Uhuru Kenyatta, his deputy William Ruto, opposition leader Raila Odinga and speakers of parliament are among leaders who have mourned the death of Homa Bay Senator Kajwang. President Kenyatta has described the late Kajwang as an eloquent debater, a patriot and a nationalist. Ruto says the senator was a man of principle who loved his country. CORD leader Raila Odinga has described the death of the late Homa Bay Senator Kajwang as a tragic loss, stating that he was a great leader who was known for his oratory skills and eloquence while articulating party ideals. Kajwang was 55 years old at the time of his death.
While he was debating the police amendment bill dealing with national security and deployment of KDF troops in the country, he spoke so well, so articulately, so committed to the idea and the ideal of peace in this country that the whole Senate was dead silent listening to him. Little did we know that he was making his last speech.
Terrible, a tragic loss to us as a movement, that is the Orange Democratic Movement, the CORD fraternity generally. But I want to appeal to all our supporters throughout the country and actually internationally to become at this very trying moment. We will have a postmortem done. The body is being transferred right now to Lee Funeral, where postmortem will be done. Thereafter, arrangement will be made.
And in other news, the Kenya National Union of Teachers has given the Teacher Service Commission an ultimatum to conclude the ongoing negotiations by 5th of next month, failure to which they will go on strike. Speaking following a National Executive Council meeting, Secretary General Wilson Sossion says teachers in the country are severely underpaid and the most taxed, and if the issue of their basic pay is not addressed, they will pass a motion for industrial action during the annual delegates conference set for December 9th. He further points out that calls for TSC for teachers to undergo a job evaluation exercise before talks resume is misplaced and termed it as a delay tactic by the Commission. His sentiments were echoed by the union's national chairman Mudzonzili, who says job evaluation was not part of their return-to-work formula and emphasized the need for teachers' patience not to be misconstrued as weakness.
This process will not have been concluded by 5th of December. Then we shall move a motion on 9th of December at the annual delegates conference. And this is the first time in the history of the union that the annual delegates conference shall have a rare opportunity to vote for an industrial action. And therefore, we are advising teachers not to spend too much money over Christmas. They should spend sparingly. We might be out for a longer period than expected.
And on the business news, over 300 investors from the region and across the globe are in Nairobi with the aim of seeking business opportunities in Kenya. The investors are attending a 2-day major conference dubbed Kenya International Investment Conference, where the government and the private sector are showcasing what opportunities Kenya has so far. Welcoming the visitors, President Uhuru Kenyatta called on the investors to consider setting shop here as well as partnering with Kenya in fighting any kind of negative perception that would bar more foreign investors from coming. The first ever forum has been organized by the Ministry of East African Affairs, Commerce and Tourism in collaboration with Kenya Investment Authority, Export Promotion Council, Kenya National Chamber of Commerce and Industry and the Kenya Private Sector Alliance.
It is the intention of my government to see this conference mature into an annual forum. A forum to examine how we have been faring with regard to investment in Kenya, but more importantly, to appreciate emerging challenges and what policy priorities should take center stage so as to spur the desired investment that is necessary to deliver the promise we have made to our people of building a better Kenya for all.
And finally, on the sports news, the athletics fraternity erupted on Tuesday after world body IAAF announced Kenya as the host of the 2017 World Youth Championships from Monaco. Cabinet Secretary for Sports, Art and Culture Dr. Hassan Wario and Athletics Kenya President Isaiah Kiplagat signed the documents accepting the rights along with IAAF President Lamine Diak. The event, open to athletes of 16 to 17 years of age, is the first global track and field meeting that Kenya, a nation with strong distance running tradition, will host. And that's all we had for you today. For the latest on these and other stories, log on to www.capitalfm.co.ke/TV. I'm Anita Ndero.